I love the UFL and the different alternate sports leagues out there. Would love to see the league survive and thrive in the long run. Before the merger, I covered the XFL and USFL on this channel, with my first video in this channel's history being a preview of the 2020 Seattle Sea Dragons. The spring football leagues are special because they provide amazing stories and opportunities for not just the players, but the coaches and those behind the scenes as well. Yet in my opinion, the league has not taken full advantage of their success stories that have come out of their leagues, and they have struggled when it comes to marketing their product heading into this season. There's been some negativity around the marketing for those who love the league, even for myself, but today I wanted to provide some things the league can do to help raise the league's profile and help them make people care for the league so it's around for the long term. In this video, I want to share a few of my thoughts on what the league can do to help bring in more attendance across the board, and how they can capitalize on their past success to help grow things for the future. So I thought heading into week 2 of the season, let's talk about that. But before we get into this, if you enjoy Spring League football content like this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, let me know what you would like to see the league do better when it comes to marketing in the comment section below. So why should one care about the United Football League is the biggest question the league needs to ask itself to first figure out how they're going to grow going forward. Over the past few years, the UFL has prided itself on affordability and a way for families to come and watch football, provides innovation for the game of football, and to give players that extra opportunity to make it to the NFL or back to the NFL, as back in 2023, the league used the mantra of giving player number 54 a second shot at proving themselves. The Rock was the person who really pushed that narrative over and over again, but where does that statement originate from? Well, the idea of player number 54 is the fact that NFL rosters consist of 53 players, and player 54 is the guy who, for one reason or another, did not make the final roster. They were close, but it was just not enough to make it. For the marketing of the XFL in 2023, The Rock would explain he would always end up being player number 54 when he was still playing football, and how he would have loved to have an opportunity like a spring league to continue playing football. That message has sort of gone away, in my opinion, in replacement of companies like ESPN using the league to push their betting services. That player 54 narrative really hit home to me because I love story narratives that come from sports, and I think the league needs to go back to that messaging to get people to care about the league. There are so many great stories that have come out of spring leagues over the past 5 years, and so many more stories to tell along with it. Guys like Jake Bates, Brandon Aubrey, Adrian Martinez, and Cavante Turpin have all gone on to find success in the NFL since playing in the Spring League. Another great story is PJ Walker, who used the opportunity with the Roughnecks in 2020 to go on to play for the Carolina Panthers and Cleveland Browns, basically reviving his career. The original 2020 version of the XFL also has some great stories connected to it, like Kenny Robinson. These stories remind us of why we love sports, and provides fans a connection with the players that make them want to watch the games. Sports these days are star-driven events and provide kids a way of looking at players and seeing how they could achieve their dreams. The NFL and NBA do a great job of marketing their stars these days, and the MLB is finally following suit with a sort of revival from its downward spiral. The UFL should look at the model and run with it, and there are some amazing stories across the league they could use to help grow the league. We have former Heisman runner-up Max Duggan with St. Louis, former Division II Heisman winner Luis Perez, whose story is just insane, Jordan Ta'amu, who took over at Ole Miss back in the day, beating out a highly touted recruit, and the rise of Manny Wilkins, who looks to be the next superstar this season, and those are just a few quarterbacks. I reached out to some friends who don't watch the UFL and asked them what would bring them in, and the story was the same for all of them. The stories of the players being promoted would draw them in. So why not promote them more and get them more involved in the marketing of the league? In week 1, we got a few 30-second clips of players talking about their favorite moments of their careers, but that's not enough to make people emotionally invested. While guys may leave for the NFL down the road, if you market the players right, then you create a roadmap for yourself. Aside from the players, you also have some great coaching stories in Wade Phillips and Bob Stoops. 2 major name recognition guys from football fans, and you should use them to market why they chose to join the UFL. You also have multiple coaches and GMs that have gone on to coach or manage in the NFL and in college. Use those stories to get people invested. The wonder kid Zach Potter building the Birmingham dynasty in his 20s alongside Skip Holtz, with Potter now being with Sacramento State, a team moving up to the FBS level. Reggie Barlow used the XFL and UFL as a jumping off point to get the Tennessee State head coaching job. While it sucks to lose those guys, you could also use it as a marketing tool as, come watch this league to see the next big name in sports, whether that's coaching or players. Use these things as an advantage rather than a death blow. Make people care and go, wait, this league could give me a sneak peek for the future of football as a whole. Although the league makes most of their money through their television deals, they also need to figure out a way to get butts in seats at the local level if they want to bring in the casual audience. Last year, the excuse was a short time frame to sell tickets due to the merger. This year, there was no such excuse. They brought in a full-time marketing team that, had they done a better job, I would not be sitting here making this video. Fans did not renew their season tickets this year, as according to PF Newsroom, Birmingham is the top 3 cities when it comes to renewals. They're under 40%. St. Louis is also well under 40%. Those statistics are very far from ideal. The league claimed they were going to dive deep into local marketing at their title game last year, but that would not be the case. Multiple people in Memphis told me they did not even know the season was starting, and according to a lot of my comment section on my week 1 recap, the marketing went as far as just putting up a billboard on the highway. There's not a push for a grassroots movement to get fans excited in the city. DC Defender fans and local bars have made their own watch parties, which connects people, but I've not seen the same from other cities. On top of that, I think that is more of a fan-driven thing than a league-driven thing. The league needs to do a better marketing job in their cities if they want fans to be invested in the league. There has not been a push to get involved in the cities like the XFL did in 2020 and 2023. As games get closer, tickets get cheaper, and the league has not really incentivized people into buying season tickets. If you're not going to have the players living in their host cities, then you need to be diving into marketing in these cities with your staff and showing people why they should get emotionally invested. Host official fan events. Do special game day events where fans can get a free t-shirt if they come to the game. Make specialty food items for game days, and just figure out how to get people more involved with their team. I mean, we are going through an economic crisis, or on the verge of an economic crisis, so people are being more selective when spending their money. Make the fans feel like they matter. If you get 10,000 plus fans in the stands consistently across the board this year, and get that up over 15,000 next year, I bet you see an increase in television viewership as well. DC is the beer snake, while St. Louis has crazy fans, but they're only going to show up for so much longer if they start to feel like their cities or teams don't really matter. The league also has some great content creators covering the league, and I feel like they need to take advantage of that and get them involved. People like UFL News Hub and United Football Media do amazing work covering this league and getting fans invested year-round. Get people involved who love these things and have been around covering spring football for years involved, and they will bring their fan bases with them. If you bring in people who love these things and want to see the league succeed, then you will find the league will do better. Look at how EA brought in guys who created College Football Revamp to help them make the College Football 25 video game, and how special that was. That's Good Sports used to cover this league as recently as last year, but he's no longer doing that. If you want the league to survive, you need people covering the sport who love the sport. They also may be able to get into the grassroots marketing the league needs in local cities, because it shows the league is paying attention. The old XFL channel used to do deep dives of their players and had a whole ESPN Plus docuseries, but have moved away from that since the merger. The league doesn't want to pay people to do that. Bring in content creators who can use their following to do that for you. Maybe even consider making a content creator network like the NFL did, where people can use and apply their footage from the league without worrying about copyright. The UFL has a chance to be around for a long time if they play their cards right and market things correctly. These are just a few ideas to get fans invested in the league, and if they don't correct things soon, the league could be in trouble, and could watch as viewership and attendance continues to drop even after March Madness ends. They may get to a point where the NFL just brushes them off rather than choosing to partner with them down the road. What do you think? How can the UFL do a better job marketing? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out one of my other videos YouTube thinks you will love right here. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, remember to embrace the grind.